This Micron move just caught most traders sleeping. Let's talk about it. Now, when day trading this on the next week of February, we have to be aware of the fact that this is a relatively big move to the downside. Now, what traditionally happens in this circumstance is that you're looking for some sort of three-legged pullback and ultimately a retest of this low. So don't be too surprised that we work our way to the downside and or gap down in tomorrow's session, okay? But nonetheless, if you want to sell this thing, you have to be aware of the fact that most people are actually already in this to sell. So chances are we are going to gap down, but just know that the rhythm and scheme of this is going to be looking something similar to this, all right? Now, again, don't get too much FOMO and don't have too much fear of missing out just because of the fact that once we get down to this low, which is associated with somewhere right around 405 and a quarter or and a half, we actually should be looking for a bounce in the market. So we look for that nice twin variation as we look to rotate now back all the way up to the prior high, which is at that 419 and a half level. All right. So there is a bear to bull case scenario that you definitely need to be aware of. Now, if the market just collapses from this level and continues to grind down, then okay, we can start to continue to look for selling opportunities because the market is clearly telling us that it wants to continue based on the momentum that we're seeing. Okay. But again, just be aware that once we do get to that level, we're far more likely to go to the green path than we are to accelerate going to the downside, all right? Now, other than those variations, I think that there are only really realistically two more to be had. The first one is going to be an immediate push going higher, and if we do go immediately higher, then chances are we're going to be bullish, okay? So just be aware that if we are going to be bullish, chances are we're going to break out above this prior high substantially on strength as it pushes up, okay? Now, just like the downside movement, this is now categorized as a shift in momentum, and we can now take advantage of an easy opportunity to buy this market back to the upside, all right? That is going to be like the third or fourth variation you need to be aware of. Now, as we push up higher, again, we have to break above this prior high because what will traditionally happen if we kind of go back up to this prior high is chances are we could find ourselves in a range, okay? Now, if we find ourselves in a range, simply just barcoding to the right-hand side, look for a shallow pullback and then ultimately return not only back to the high, but the full equal distance of below, which is above. Now, we talk about this all the time, not only on the Discord, but on all the videos that I also post on my YouTube channel, okay? So just be aware that this is kind of the rhythm and scheme you need to be aware of. And once you see one of the scenarios play itself out, you should be able to have a great understanding of what you now need to do next. Thanks for watching. See you on the next candle.